Yo, what up, my entourage? Nkamandungustroya, and we're back with another video. If you've been listening to the project, Diabulela Kakulu. But today I'm gonna react to a song I never published. I wasn't really a fan of the mixing and whatnot. Got the whole project was Dingabeganjan. It's a storyline, so there are certain parts Kwingomelandela that are gonna. We're gonna have to listen to this one in order to get the next one, my bad. So yeah, if you need the song, maybe I'll publish it, and as you just put in the comment thingies and sizoba grand. The title of the song is InnerBlues. Dipale Dingachiba being mama wam ewasweleka, but she was not my actual mother, she was my best friend's actual mother, or my best friend's mother. But yeah, I feel like you don't have one mother. You have like one mother, like your mom, and then abanya omakas no bamban go mama bako. So yeah, Dipale ngaye was she I think last year, years first July. So yeah, without further ado, masngin call. Before we get into the song, I feel it's essential I tell you all that the instrument comes from the Kanye song Devil in a New Dress, and like I feel like as time goes by I'm gonna have to scrap these out, due to copyrights and all that kind of stuff. Like I don't know how all that works right now, but these are they're just trial runs. Yeah, but so yeah, but let me just explain. Like InnerBlues with my inner smile. It's like if you've ever been through if you've lost someone, or masibeke so, if kiwapuchelo, um but the more you think about the person, the less sad you get, right? It's like these are meant to, like, your thoughts, or rather your memories. They're meant to, like, I guess, cause pain in a way, but deep down you end up smiling. In the sense that it's like you end up remembering maybe a joke they said, or maybe a moment y'all had, and you end up smiling. So that's just the title of the purpose of the title, or the meaning of the title, InnerBlues with my inner smile. Yeah. 300979. Round my years I spent a lot before it was my time. 4th of July 21. Her journey ends, she's been alive for double my time. And by her prime years had a daughter and son. Gave up a dime, dreams to be a daughter mom. Had another daughter to close it off. Into with him and my closest friend and all the bros. So 300979. Round by years I spent a life before it was my time. So 300979, that's her birth date, right? 1979. Round about years she spent a life before it was my time, right? So from like I was born in 2000, and so from 1971 to 2000, that's 21 years. Last year when I wrote the song I was 21 years, and hence, like, when I was born she was around the age I was at the time when I wrote the song. So that's just the whole purpose of the line, or the point of the line, or the meaning of the line. 4th of July 21, her journey ends. She's been alive for double my time. She died at 42. So I think, if I did the math correctly, she died at 42. And Oba, she died at 42, she was double my age. in the sense that things. So I'm 21, so she was 42 divided by 2, 21, so she was double my age. 4th of July 21, her journey ends. She's been alive for double my time, and by her prime years had a daughter and son. Gave up a dime, dreams to be a doting mom. Had another daughter to close it off. In doing that, made my closest friend and older brother. I feel like I won't go into detail as to like her dreams and whatnot. Like it's not my place to tell. But she she once said something to me that she gave up, like, I guess, her career when she had children, right? So that's, I guess this is me just explaining about, she has 3 children. She has usis ngubusi, and then uleja, he's my best friend, he's the second born, and then kunomataba, she's the third one. So yeah. Too young to remember the day I met her, but 5 years old approaching 6, we were heavy to mothers. The notion was solidified with my brothers and sisters, and as the bond grew, my sister and I to sisters. Weekly visits to our preachers, not blood related, but souls entangled by the blood of Jesus. As we embrace our family status, our homies with Jesus, or just affected by the wound of friendship that was between us. So, my older brother. Too young to remember the day I met her, but 5 years old, approaching 6, knew I had me 2 mothers. Like, I feel like that's clear enough, right? I met her when I was like 5, 6. I was friends with Leja when I was 5, 6, so I met her around that age. That notion was solidified when my mothers were sisters, and as the bond grew, my sister and I to sisters. So, I guess Leja and I became friends at grade 1. I was 5 years old, turning 6. So, like, at the time when Leja and I were best, like when we started growing close, like grade 1, I would go to his house a lot. He would visit me a lot, and like, his mother would treat me like a son, right? So I felt like I had 2 mothers. So that notion, it was solidified when our mothers became best friends. They'll go everywhere together. And she was solidified. My mothers were sisters, and as the bond grew, my sister and I 2 sisters. Right? That's just, like, I guess, wordplay. My sister and I 2 sisters. Weekly visits to our preachers, not blood related, but our souls entangled by the blood of Jesus. As we embrace our family status, our homies with teasers, all jokes deflected by the root of friendship that grows between us. So we'd all go to church together. Like, we started going to church together, I think, when I was like 10 years old. So we'd all go to church together. And then because we were the only ones who not the only ones who went to church, but Leja's very serious about, like, Christ and all that kind of stuff. So because we go to church together, I was always entangled in his, beliefs. Well, my beliefs as well, but like, he's like deep, like he's deep Christianhood or whatnot, however you refer to it. So we were always entangled in that. It's like, our bafana by church and whatnot, so our guys, like our homies, they would tease us, right? And our jokes, like, we deflect all jokes, because, like, we felt like church, it was like the one consistent thing we had. So we knew about every Sunday we'd see each other. It was like the one consistent thing we had. So, yeah. Moms never miss my birthdays. Always arrive late. Relax and chart of my lace. Liquid food on the rocks when you're never to give it off lace. That psycho body is never indulged at all days. That's demeanor intact. Smile, so I sent up my way. Shy as she was, she was stunning. Say speech in the same way. Zilukulu kakobe. Shalutanda since Godly Balu Mundana. Cause by her I was raised. Moms never miss my birthdays. Always arrive late, relax and chart up my lace. Liquid food on the rocks when you never to give it off laced. Her sacred body has never indulged the dumb days. The funny thing about that, or rather the sad thing as well, Uba, like, every time, like she would never miss my birthdays, right, and my sister's birthdays. So coincidentally, I'd always see them mabengeni 18, right, and she would walk with with her daughter, like Matabo, the third born, the last born. They'd come through together, and then but bezihlalele lounge, and I knew it was routine. But mabefika, I give her snacks and I give her liquid food, like always, right? And then Matabo, she would chill. No, my Dave's like my little sister, and like that's how it was, right? And as shy as she was, she would always stand when it was time to like give speeches, especially when we were younger. Like that was so cool, like, you don't give a shit about speeches. We don't give them anymore. But when I was younger, she would stand and then she'd say the same thing, like Zilo, ukhulu kokhobe, ukhumbule wena Zilo uba ungumntanami ukhuliswe ndim, right? And like now that she's gone, you savor those moments and you remember it. But the whole point of the story was, last year when my sister turned 16, you'll see it on like the cover photos as I'm quick off yabo kuzinibon. Fuck, what did I do? Shit. But anyways, when my sister turned 16, like Umatabo, she came alone, right? It was like a couple of months after her mom passed. So when she came by alone, then it hit me. But damn it, Magaleja Agaseko. Like Agaseko. So like, every time Matabo had like a no, asafihla liwan, asafihla magriza high, and I feel it riding in. Like you feel like, oh, damn it. So I guess that was just my point of telling this. I understand. So I say I give her a lace and I give her a liquid food and I make sure it's not laced. I said that to rhyme and like for the wordplay, but of course she didn't drink, so we'd never lace a liquid food.
Recall I not had a headache and pills. Random good nights and my brother with cousin out of here. Jokingly, obviously, casually, cause what I was spill. I heard a few bangs of tip off of the homies' pills. Disregard the silliness, I shot by the ill. And as I'm snoring, he's gasping for air, we brought the steel. Took one to the neck, Mars was the artery. My eyes very unfamiliar to such my solving me.
Recall one night, had a headache, drank pills. Random good nights and my brother would cuss it out and ill. Jokingly, obviously, casually, cuss words I would spill. I heard a few bangs from tape-ups of the homies' wheels. Disregard the silliness, I shot by the pistol. And as I'm snoring, he's gasping for air, we both dead still. Took one to the neck, her mom's missed the artery. My eyes blurry, unfamiliar to that much sobbing me. So, this one night, it was like a random night. It was a Friday night, né? And then I remember I had a headache, like a massive headache. So I drank pills, and then I said good night to Leja, like a good night, and he was like, LG, and like futek when like all that kind of stuff. And then I put my phone on silent, and then get better. And then 2 seconds later, I heard like okay, the gunshots, ne, 3 of them. But like I can't get because I thought nearly bukai like majita fella, I thought like they were like their tailpipes, like majita like pa pa pa, by rata style so sabon. So I'm like, nah, pipe it's a majita, and next I go to sleep, right? And then I wake up the following day and my mom tells me, but yo, Uleja and mama have been shot, and like, yo, Kubi, So later took one to the neck, and then her mom took one just like right above the heart, right? So I just to explain the lyrics, I'm like, I say something about being dead still, like both of us. So like in saying this, I'm referring, like, there's a double meaning to it. You can take it as like so disregard the silliness, eyes shut by the pistol. Like I'm disregarding the silliness of the tailpipes. My eyes are shut by the pistol, right? Like the pill, right? But then again with him it's like his eyes are shut by the pistol, like the gun. Eyes shut by the pistol. And as I'm snoring, he's gasping for air. We both dead still, right? He took one to the neck, his mom missed the artery. My eyes blurry, unfamiliar to that much sobbing me.
Something wrong and then you like when the father survived. Couldn't leave him behind, we're going out for a drive. His mama called a few hours when he was around. Comfort through a verse was he was the one who was wrong. And now she's resting peacefully, he's still hanging around. Hoping she looks down shine on heat as she does on the sun. About her baby, she ain't gotta worry. It's clear to all of us, my mama's 3 daughters, 2 sons. Yeah. Yeah.
This is not a very it's not a long song, but my eyes blurry, unfamiliar to that must sob me. I saw the world in a new light when they fought and survived. So they survived the gunshots, both of them. And they fought and survived. Couldn't leave him behind when going out for a drive. Right here. His mom would call every few hours when he wasn't round. Comfort through her voice when Z was the one who was round. So she would call sometimes, ne? Like, Lebo Gopi. And then Lebo would be like, Mama, kill no Zilo. And she'd be like, oh, no Zilo. Okay. You know? So that was fire. That was beautiful. Comfort through her voice when Z was the one who was round. And as she's resting peacefully, he's still hanging around. Like, I'm still hanging around. Hoping she looks down on me as she does on the son, right? And about her babies, she ain't gotta worry. It's clear to all of us, my mom has 3 daughters, 2 sons. Like, my mom has, it's me and my sister, Annie. My mom has 2 children. But then I'm like 3 daughters, 2 sons because Umagalebu, she had 2 daughters. So 2 daughters plus 1 daughter, that's 3 daughters and 2 sons, right? Because my mom, like, she still goes. I check maybe I hlale for like an hour, just check on them. Maybe like once in 2 weeks or once in a month or once in 2 months. She still makes sure about so that's fire, you know. Yeah, that's the end of the song, man. Like, it's a right? Like, I have nothing to say outside of the song or outside of, you know, I don't know what else to say. So, on that note, if you made it this far, again, diabulela kakhulu. Thank you so much. If you've made it to this video, like you've watched 3 of my previous videos, diabulela kakhulu. I hope, man, like, well, I am gonna go far. I'm gonna stay consistent, but I hope y'all come along or tag along this journey with me. With all that being said, diabulela. I'll see y'all on the next video. Goes.